Fetch my wine, you wench.
I don't think they call them wenches over there, but whatever. I saw these people online that they hang these big blankets up behind them, like big thick blankets. What do you think about that?
Like tapestries?
No, not like
hippies.
No. Welcome everybody to the Bob and Katie show.
I'm Katie,
and I'm Bob. No, not like hippies. Like big thick blankets. Like when we go to record, we hang them up behind us.
Like fuzzy throw blankets?
No, like big thick blankets.
Like comforters?
Yeah.
Quilts?
Yeah. And it sucks in the sound. It'd be like a cheap way to, because I talked about the foam things.
I have a crap ton of throw blankets. We could make this work.
You think so? We'd have to set it up every single time we record, though. And we're not just going to hang blankets from the ceiling and just leave them in the studio.
Well, man, you guys bought this nice brand new house. It sure does look like you're homeless on the inside.
People walk in and they're like, "What is going on in this place?" Because like
that's Bob's room. We don't go in there.
If we removed the if we took the microphones off the table and somebody walked up and there was just like a poker table and like blankets hanging from the ceiling, they'd be like, "Whoa." How you feeling?
Other than being sick, I'm okay. No, I'm lying. I've had a horrible day.
You think you can hang in for a little while tonight? Here's the thing.
Like, how long do you want this episode to be?
I've got a lot of angry stuff to talk about. So either it's going to pop like a firecracker and we're going to be done in like 20 minutes and I'm just going to storm off waving my hands in the air. Or we have the potential to record for like 3 hours. Like, I have so much stuff to talk about. Something happened. I've been hanging on to it. We're going to get to it.
Well, tell me.
I'm having a hard time with this episode. We're not scripted by any means, but like I have things that I want to.
Hell no.
I have things that I want to talk about, and I kind of go, okay, well, I'm going to talk about this here, and I'm going to talk about this here, and it doesn't pan out right all the time.
I'm just flying by seeing my pants over here.
But like I have this one thing, and I'm like, that should be in like the middle because it's going to be really good, But I'm like, I can't wait, and I just want to go ahead and talk about it.
Well, why don't you just go ahead and tell me then?
That's what I'm going to do.
Do it.
I got an email.
Is it from Dan? It's not from Dan, is it?
It is from Dan.
No! Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't think we would ever hear from Dan again.
You ready?
Yes.
For anybody that is your first episode, Dan, he sent us an email. We read it on the last episode, and we kind of gave him what for, to be honest with you. Just go back and listen to it. I'm sorry, it's out of context.
We show no mercy.
Okay, here we go. Katie and Bob, still putting you up front.
Well, I like that about you, Dan.
I don't understand why you two were so mean about my email.
Oh, we weren't mean.
we were a little mean. I did the edits and I listened to it. We were a little mean.
Were we? It was all in good fun.
I don't think it was unwarranted. You might have been having fun.
You were a little mean, Dan.
Maybe. I was just trying to give you some advice. I'm sorry to say that I'll never be listening to your podcast again, Dan. First of all, you prick. Let me tell you something about me, Dan. You can ask Katie. Well, I mean, you can't ask her because, you're not listening anymore.
Well, I guess it don't really matter what the heck we say about Dan.
No, we can talk about Dan all we want to. I know how to read people. I read people very well. I know how to talk to people. I know how to talk to people in a way that they give me things or like I'm a salesman. Like you're
a manipulative person.
What were you going to say? What was that word you just blanked out of your vocabulary?
No,
you were going to call me a bastard.
Don't you even?
You were going to call me a bastard.
I was not because your mama listens to this.
She does. And right now she's going,
She probably, you're probably going to get a phone call and your mom is going to be like, you shouldn't have been mean to Dan.
I can't
BJ.
wait. I can't wait till we have my mom on the episode again or on the show again because we've changed the show a whole lot since the last time she was on. And it'd be fun to talk about.
When was the last time your mom was on?
I think when we told her that you were pregnant with Reese. So it was a year ago. It was a long time ago.
It was almost a year.
Dan, I'm very good at reading people. The only time that I don't do well at reading people is when I let my entertainment side take over. Like I'm always trying to make people laugh. And when I get in that role, and you can, Katie will attest to this, I lose track.
Jerk.
Yeah, I'm a jerk, and I lose track of reading people when I start trying to make jokes. It's like, we've done shows before, and then it's over, and I'm like, wow, that was cool, and you were pissed at me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know.
Yep.
I had no idea why. I wanted to go to school to be a psychologist because I like picking people apart. And Dan, you're a liar. That's what I'm going to say, Dan. You sent a crappy email. We called you out on it. And now you're never going to listen to the show again. If that was the case...
Who takes the time to write an email to tell somebody they're never listening to
somebody that wants attention? And I got no problem giving it to you. You got all the attention in the world, Dan. Dan's going to listen to this episode.
I'm sure he is.
He is. He's sitting over there going, I wonder if they read that email. They're going to talk about it. And we are.
Maybe we'll get another email.
So, here's the deal. Just have fun, man. Like, don't be a dick. That's what you have to do in life to make it okay. I'm a jerk. I don't mean to be. I don't wake up in the morning angry.
Are you sure?
I don't. I have a problem when things don't.
I would know. I never see you when you wake up in the morning.
I have a problem when things don't flow right. That's when I get frustrated easily. It's not that I'm just a mean person. I just get frustrated. I have a temper. But I'm not like I don't have a small heart. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? I just have a temper.
It makes sense to me, yeah.
Dan, you have to learn how to live a little bit, buddy. If you don't like what we're doing, don't waste your time on us.
Turn it off.
Shut it down. Go find something you enjoy, brother.
Like, all you have to do is just not hit play.
It's okay that you don't like us.
The internet has ruined society.
It's okay. Like, I'm not mad at you.
And we're still going to do the Bob Clock News.
We are. That's coming up next, actually. As soon as we're done talking about you, it's going to be more Bob O'Clock News. But I'm telling you, man, just don't hit play. I know you're going to listen to this, and I feel confident that you're going to send me a third email. And you've watched The Matrix, right?
Tune in next week.
Yeah.
To see if Dan sends the third email.
Find your laugh. I'm just playing. Jesus, this is only 5 minutes long. Good thing we don't pay for this. The Matrix. You've seen that movie, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know when Neo walks into... It's Neo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he walks into like the Oracle's whatever, and she goes, don't worry about the vase. And he's like, what vase? And knocks it over. And like, if she wouldn't have said anything, he might not have knocked it over. Mm-hmm. I feel like that's kind of what I'm doing when I'm like, he's going to send us another email. I feel like if I wouldn't have said that, he definitely would have sent it. And now that I've said it, he's going to be like, should I send it?
He's sitting at home, his computer going,
I don't know what to do. I feel pretty confident he's going to send us another email. But he might not now because I said something.
Well, Dan, if you're listening to this, I hope you do.
Yeah, we don't hate you, Dan.
No.
As a matter of fact,
I want to be your friend.
I probably care about you more than a lot of other listeners.
We always appreciate feedback.
Yeah. Like, no, I didn't appreciate his feedback. I'm not going to lie. I didn't like his email.
From people.
Yeah. I didn't appreciate his email. It could have been more constructive. It could have been
negativity to yourself.
Yeah. And
see, here's the thing, Dan. Our lives are chaotic as heck. We don't have room for negativity because there's enough of it. Our kids literally try to tear our house down.
Yeah.
Down. Like, they break walls and blinds and picture frames. They break our house on a daily basis. And they pee all over the place. And sometimes there's also poop.
They're like spastic chihuahuas. And if you could do me a favor and keep them out of the studio while I'm at work, that would be fantastic.
You make it sound like that's an easy task.
I don't think it's an easy task. I'm just saying work on it. That's all I'm saying. Let's get back to Dan before I put my foot in my mouth any further.
Yeah, I just want to punch in your forehead.
I believe you. Dan.
Do you know the day I've had?
Come on, let me talk to you. I'm talking to Dan right now. I know you're sitting there.
Talk to me. Dan is not here.
No, but we have to help
Dan
him.
is in our hearts.
We have to help Dan. Look, buddy, turn the podcast off, man. If that will make you feel better. But what you don't need to do is if you truly don't like us, don't put another thought into it. We started this podcast as a way to help ourselves. And then we kept going to help others. Does that make sense? Like, I just want to make people laugh. Because if someone laughs, they're happy for a second. I'm out of breath.
Because you over there ranting.
I'm fat. Can't breathe. We just want to make people laugh a little bit. And if we're not doing that for you, don't waste your time here. I said this last time. I went and ate at this place. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't go back. I didn't go online and write a review or a call or anything like that. I just simply didn't waste any more time. I don't want to lose listeners, okay? I want to gain listeners. As a matter of fact, this is for everybody. If you laughed at all during this show, please go tag somebody and go, hey, listen to this, because podcasts grow by word of mouth, and we need people to go do that.
We need your mouths.
Yes, we need to be all up in your mouths. So, I mean, that was weird.
Yeah, mouths are gross.
Yeah. But Dan, if you don't like us, dude, it's fine. We're not mad at you. Just be constructive and do something that makes you happy.
How about this, Dan? What would you like to hear about?
Oh, God. Here we go.
I'm open to it. What do you want to know, Dan? What would you like to hear?
Yeah. I feel like we're isolating everybody else except for Dan.
Well, everybody's welcome. We say it all the time.
Yeah.
You can send us an email just like Dan did. Everybody's like, I ain't sending no email. They can talk about me.
We're not going to get emails for the next 20 episodes. We forget. All right.
You can leave us a voicemail.
So Dan, I devote
Facebook message.
Yeah.
Twitter.
We devote this next segment just to you.
Welcome to the Bob O'Clock News.
So one of our patrons sent this in. This piece of Bob O'Clock News.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Andrew from Over the Seas.
Andrew.
He signed up at patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. And you can tell me if you've heard this story or not. There was a fire at a farm, and the firefighters went in. And I'm just kind of
paraphrasing?
Yeah, I'm making it short. So firefighters went in and they saved a bunch of piglets and some other animals and stuff like that. And to thank the firefighters, the farmer cooked them.
Oh, God.
And so, rescue piglets served up as sausages to firefighters.
But how did the firefighters feel about that? Like, I done rescued these pigs one time. I'm spitting all over the place.
It's okay.
They done rescued these pigs just for them to turn around and get cooked?
Now, you have to understand that this was most likely this person's livelihood, you know? So,
I'm sure.
This is what I think really happened. At first, the firefighters were like, awesome, sausage, and they ate it. And they put something online about it, and then in the internet, being the pissed off sheep that they are, exploded, and they pulled it back off. So I think the firefighters were okay with it at first until they just got a lot of scrutiny.
I get it. That was that farmer's way of showing gratitude. And that is fantastic. But I'm just saying, if I had gone into a burning barn to save a pig.
Piglets.
Baby
piggies.
Babies. I can't.
But you'll eat some bacon, won't you?
Shut up. I have a hard time just driving by the Smithfield plant.
Yeah, that's okay.
One time we drove past there, and as we were driving by, a truck full of pigs was turning in, and I was
that. You teared up and stuff.
Oh my God.
It was the next day. You was like, I'm going to have that bacon cheeseburger. Okay. So this was originally the plan. I was going to talk about this. We were going to joke about it just like we're doing now. Okay. And then something happened. A long time ago, I did something with this lady. I don't know.
Where is this going?
Stop. I don't know if I helped her work on a podcast. I don't remember what it was, how we met, I don't know what happened. But do you remember the name Michelle the Trainer?
Yes.
Okay. What do you remember? And just be honest. Anything at all?
I just remember her name was like Michelle the Trainer.
Okay. Fair enough. So I'm friends with her on Facebook. Oh, I was friends with her. I've been blocked now. I'm no longer friends with her on Facebook. Oh,
what did you do?
Some of this might be a little out of order because I knew it was going to happen, so I started doing screenshots because I knew it was all going to disappear. Facebook popped up. I got real lucky, okay? She posted about that story with the piglets and the firefighters. Mm-hmm. So it caught my attention, all right? This is something that she doesn't know about me. I don't comment a lot on Facebook about anything. You've even said stuff to me because you'll like tag me in things.
Yeah, and I'm like, did you see that? Because you never said anything.
I never like anything. It's very far and few between. I never say anything. You know what I mean? But I've seen her post stuff. Like, and I've looked at her stuff. I'm not super interested, but I've seen it. Well, one day she puts this thing up. I don't know, it was a cookbook or something, and it said something about 10 pounds of bacon and pancakes and food, hashtags, food, whatever. And me being a fat guy, I noticed it and was like, 10 pounds of bacon. I can get into that. I didn't click the link, but I remember seeing it, okay? Mm-hmm. So she puts this post up, and it says, love puppies and kittens, ? If a firefighter rescued puppies or kittens, would you want a thank you meal made from them? Like well, it's kind of... it's different. A whole big old paragraph. Oh, geez. She's being real negative about
Look, I get
stuff.
it. It's kind of weird. They rescued the pigs only to eat, and it's weird, but they are pigs. We do eat pigs. I don't eat dogs and cats. Not that I know of, although I do like Chinese food.
Yeah, it might have happened.
Who knows?
Overall, it was a thing. It was very centered towards don't eat meat. But I remember seeing this post about the 10 pounds of bacon.
Maybe she recently turned vegetarian.
Maybe. That's okay. Well, I commented, which is a very rare thing.
Oh, God. What did you say?
And I just said, didn't you say you love bacon? And I put the little smiley face. I said it as a joke, okay? In jest, all right? And she's got some people that follow, and they laid into me.
Oh, goodness. Like, y'all do know where bacon comes from, right? I know it's not pleasant to talk about in the same conversation with little baby piglets because they are super cute, but in case you didn't know, bacon comes from pigs.
So, this one lady writes, out of the fire, and I'm not saying anybody else's name, Michelle, the trainer, pissed me off, so I'm going to say her name, just in case anybody wants to go and just see what I'm talking about. She wrote out of the fire and into the frying pan, LOL backwards, but it works here. She was making a joke as well. And this other lady writes, she spelled her name wrong to start with, so she's so mad that she can't even spell correctly. Yes, that's just what happened, but please don't laugh because it's really not funny at all. And that kind of aggravated me. And I probably should, I should have followed the advice that I gave to Dan, but I didn't. And
jeez.
This is what I wrote. I said, laughter is subjective and we need more of it in the world, honestly. Maybe that joke wasn't funny to you, but that's okay. I hope you find something that makes you smile a little bit today. That's what I wrote. Wasn't my business. I get it. But I wrote it. And then someone else wrote, not sure why all these people are, I'm not sure why all these people are your friends. They're very disrespectful to you and what's important to you. Because we made some bacon jokes.
Are baby pigs important to her or something?
I think they're all like vegans and vegetarians and stuff. I think that's what pit I fell into.
Oh gosh.
So.
You picked the wrong crowd to be making bacon jokes.
I did. I picked the wrong crowd.
We're gonna burn you at the stake, Bob.
Now,
instigator.
I replied under that and I said, having the ability, and freedom to have different beliefs and thoughts is what makes the world laugh. If you use it correctly. I said, stay positive. No one's making fun of Michelle or her thoughts, just making light of a strange situation. That's what I wrote. Okay. Now, this was what immediately followed by, I'm going to go and say her name, Mary. She said, Bob McKnight, making light of murder is a trippy thing.
Oh my God.
There we go.
So now bacon is murder.
Just got deep.
Wow.
as a vegan, how often do you think we're exposed to 1,000 arrogant things a day by flesh eaters? So we're zombies now. We're flesh eaters.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. It's old. It's not funny. Bacon, seriously, ha ha ha, so funny. It's the skin of a dead being. Like she is just, she's like trying to make it gross. It's okay if she thinks that way. I don't care. And it slowly kills humans if they eat it. So the joke's on you. I'm dying because I ate the bacon. That's what we got out of it. Okay. And then I said, here we go. I said, Mary, I'm very sorry if I upset you. That being said, I just want to thank you so much for the wonderful content that you have given me for my show. You have a blessed day. I knew immediately. As soon as she made the comment about me dying because I ate bacon, I was like, well, I'm going to talk about this.
And I completely respect people who make the decision to be vegetarian,
that's fine.
Vegan, whatever, but respect my choice, eat bacon. Mm-hmm. Nobody was trying to pick on anybody for being vegan.
Just me. I was just making a joke. Thank you for such wonderful content for my show. You have a blessed day. Find your laugh. Find your happy. That's what I wrote.
People just love to be offended.
Yes. Hang on. We're going to skip to the next part.
Is this conversation not over?
No.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, you know what? I didn't freaking get that part she wrote. Michelle. Okay, so Michelle, the trainer, finally
She finally chimed in.
And she said something like adios, Bob McKnight. And then she made another post where she was telling people that she blocked me, but she didn't. I don't know if she did it wrong. I don't know what she did. And then she just like ran me into the dirt. She goes, oh, this guy's never commented on anything, which is true. Because once again, I just don't. For anybody, even you're my wife, and I don't comment on your stuff. And she said that me fishing on her page for content was not okay. Not what I was doing. It just ended up that that's what was happening. And I don't care what you think about that. Somebody opened their mouth and they said I was going to die because I was eating bacon. That's funny. I'm going to talk about it. Then she said he thinks he's some kind of comedian, which he's not. F you, Michelle. Okay? That doesn't come out of me too often, but there you go. And that's all I got to say about that.
Boy, people are just pushing your buttons left and right.
I know, right? F her. God. Here's the thing. She put up a post about eating 10 pounds of bacon. Okay? Maybe I read it wrong. I don't know. I went back and found it. Because she didn't block me, so I was like, I'm going to go find that post. And like, I sent it right into that group. I let everybody see it. I screenshot it. Boom. I was like, this is what I was talking about. This is why I said, didn't you say you like bacon? When I put that picture up, that's when everything disappeared. She figured out how to freaking block me.
Oh my goodness.
And this is, she asked me a long time ago. I remember we were talking about our podcast and giving advice, and it's like, hey, you listen to mine, I'll listen to yours, tell me what you think, whatever. When you turn her show on, it says her name 6 times before she starts talking. Do you remember that?
I don't.
It's crazy. Like, you guys, I want everybody to go listen to her show. That's what I want. And just listen to the first, it's 35 seconds. The name of her show is said 6 times in the first 35 seconds. But I normally wouldn't care, but she pissed me off. So now I'm like steaming about it.
Really? Oh, I wasn't sure.
So any thoughts on that? Do you feel like I went overboard?
I don't I don't even know what to say.
Dan, Megan, the hell with all of
I'm
y'all.
trying to stay out of the path of Hurricane Bob right now.
Speaking of staying out of my path, put the Death Jetta in the ditch the other day. Want to talk about that? I don't know why I sounded real angry just now when I said it, didn't I?
You're so mad.
Am I red?
You need to calm down. You need to take a breath.
Okay.
And calm down.
Can I have a hug?
I guess so.
I'm really not that mad. It's very aggravating.
You have ranted. How long have we been recording?
29 minutes.
You have ranted for 29 minutes about Dan and Megan the trainer.
I know. Here, give me a hug. It's okay. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize to me. So, you called me the other morning, like 8 o'clock, woke me up, and you're like, so I got in a minor wreck today. Mm-hmm. And that's never something that you want to wake up to.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Obviously, you're speaking to me, so you're alive. Okay. What happened?
So let's take a step back to the night before. I go to leave work, and I pull out on whatever that road is in Myrtle Beach, and I get to a stoplight, and I'm stopped, and the car goes like it's shaking. There's something going on with the engine. A spark plug is misfiring, something like that. I'm not going to say arthritis this time because I've been in the cars. We've had a whole bunch of cars with the spark plugs going bad and, you know, the cold packs and all that good stuff. So something's getting ready to go out in the Jetta. And I think it's from a spark plug or something. So then I'm like, great. What else could possibly happen with this car? And lo and behold, the next morning it does. So I'm driving down 17. There's me, there's a truck in front of me, and then a car in front of them. We're in the left lane. And we were hypothetically going about 70 miles an hour. And something happened to the car. That was like 2 cars up. You know, the truck, then the car. Mm-hmm. Something broke, something popped, a tire. I don't know what it was. But the tail end of the car just flew out. Okay, going 70 miles an hour. So it swerves a bunch. The truck slams on brakes. I slam on brakes. That car shoots over through the road. I don't know how nobody hit that car. Because traffic was like packed. It hits the ditch, goes airborne, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Now, in the process of all this happening, I'm slamming on brakes. And I'm not going to hit the truck, okay? Because I keep good distance. I'm scared to follow people close. Or smart. Whichever way you want to look at it, scared, smart, doesn't matter. Now, the white Jeep coming up behind me, not the same. He never saw any of this go down, I guess. I don't know if he was texting, playing on Facebook. I'm not sure what he was doing. I heard horns. I looked up in the mirror, and that Jeep was going to hit me. Okay? So I'm in the process of trying to stop, and I look, and that Jeep it's coming. So I had to turn not to get hit, and obviously I turned into the median. It was soft. The car went sideways. I slid into the ditch, and it was probably like at like that angle. Like the car went down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the Jeep, it swerves and then keeps going. Never stops.
They never even stop?
No, they never even stopped. And they ran me off the road. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. I put the car in reverse. It's stuck. The car's stuck. So then I'm like, I got to go check on that other guy. So I get out of the car. I climb up the ditch. As I'm climbing up, this like wrecker truck thing, tow truck pulls up. It was like the mom and pop's business. Guy was super nice. I didn't get his name.
Did they just happen to be passing by?
Yeah, they didn't get caught or anything. This was like right when it happened.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
So we run across the street because the guy that went airborne, we went to check on him, and he was fine, actually. He was real, like, tore up about his car. He was on the phone. He was talking, probably his girlfriend or something. He was like, what are we going to do? This is our only car. I don't know what we're going to do now. Like, he was really upset.
Oh, gosh.
So after realizing he's okay, the tow truck guy looks at me and he's like, is your car stuck? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, well, I'll help you out. And we go over there and he has one of those winch things on the front and he hooks it up and pulls me right out. Cause I mean, it's a median. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like a deep ditch and he pulled me out. Didn't charge me anything, nothing.
That was so nice.
So I think I was,
Mr. Tow Truck Driver.
I think I was on the side of the road for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. You know, I waited for the highway patrol to show up. You know, they had to give a statement, all that good stuff. Then the cop asks me, he was like, well, do you need to go to the hospital or, you know, is your car okay? And I was like, yeah, I think the car's fine. I haven't driven it yet, but I mean, you know, I can't see any scratches on it that I can't tell you they weren't there before I put it in the ditch. The car's falling apart, whatever. And he's like, well, you know, you can file a claim against that guy's insurance. And I was like, why? That guy didn't do anything. I was like, yeah, he wrecked, but I was going to be able to stop. Like I wasn't going to hit him. It was the dude coming up behind me that ran me off the road and kept going. That's the one. So that was my excitement for the morning. And so finally I get free. I get in the Jetta, pull out on the road. Nothing's wrong with it. That thing will not die. So
like the stuff that it was doing the day before it stopped?
Yep.
So good, just fling it in the ditch. It's fine.
Yeah.
Kind of like when, you know, something ain't working right, you just bang.
Just hit it a couple of times.
You know, the TV remote, the battery's starting to go dead. You just bang it a couple times and it'll
yeah, I guess. I shook the car up. You know, I was talking.
Just knocking the cobwebs out. It's fine.
I had sent a message to my boss and I was like, oh, I'm definitely going to be late. This is what happened. And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. So I drive and I think I was another 25 minutes away from work. And I pull up and I get out of the car and I take one step and I about buckled. I had this sharp pain in my knee. I guess I did hurt my knee. It all happened so fast. I don't know if I did it in the car. I don't know if I did it when my fat butt was trying to climb up the hill.
And like, you know, in that situation, you have adrenaline pumping.
Yeah.
And because I've been in several car wrecks. And like, yeah, immediately after, like, yeah, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. And like a couple hours later and the next day, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was just, the next day I had a really tough time. Well, I left work early because it was like every step I took, there was this pain, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, that's it. Now, speaking of the Death Jetta, I have an announcement. Something I'm going to do that you don't even know about.
We're going to sell it.
Yeah. No, we're not. We're not going to sell it. Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. If you'd like to help support the Bob and Katie Show, you can do it there. It's a digital tip jar. You go, hey, that laugh was worth $1. Here it is. So we have 8 people supporting us now. And I've said this before, as soon as we get to 10, I'm going to make Katie record a video. And this will go up on the patron site, so you have to be a patron to see it, of her trying to wink. I'm telling you, it is absolutely hilarious. I'm not saying drugs are okay. I'm not saying...
What?
I'm not saying they're not okay. I'm just saying, and I'm not judging you, if you happen to be a person who smokes a drug, definitely, you know, if you're gonna do it, watch this video afterwards. It's gonna be amazing. But no, I'm just trying to aggravate you.
I was like, you are changing subjects.
I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know what's built into you that doesn't allow you to wink correctly, but it looks like...
Look, some people are just good winkers and some people aren't, okay?
You're a no winker.
Leave me alone.
When you try to wink, your ears lift, your head tilts, and you look like you're having a spasm. But we're gonna do a video and we're gonna dress her up real pretty, get her a dress, we're gonna get her hair done. We're gonna just doll her out.
No.
She's gonna look gorgeous.
I did not agree to all that.
She's gonna look gorgeous, and then we're gonna have her wink, and it's gonna be great. So, 2 more people sign up, and you get that. Now, this is what I'm gonna do. That's the goal. All right, that's what we're giving away at 10. We're gonna do this video. When we get to 20 people, and this only counts for the first 20 people. When we get to that 20th person, everybody's gonna get a piece of the Death Jetta.
You like break off pieces and mail it?
I don't gotta break it off. There's stuff always falling off that car.
Just run it in the ditch one more time and we fine.
I am going to mail the first 20 people a piece of the Death Jetta so that you can have it in your possession. It might be a piece of the flap thing that's hanging down in the back.
What was the thing that fell down?
Oh, the
sunroof.
It's broke.
Motor.
Yeah. That thing's broke. Whoever is contributing the most, you might get that piece because it's a big piece.
That piece was featured in episode, I don't know.
If anybody decides to do $100 a month, I will mail you the tire that we talked about. No, I'm just playing. I don't have that tire anymore.
It would probably cost you $100 to ship it.
I know. It's going to be $300 to ship it, that person.
Like, I don't want this crap.
They sent me garbage. I gave them $100 a month, and they sent me garbage in the mail. Tires. No, I'm going to send the first 20 people. I'm going to send them a piece of the Death Jetta. So, like one thing that's happening is I've got the air conditioner vents. The little slats are falling out. Might send that in the mail. And you're going to have to guess. I'm going to send you something, and it's just going to say, this is a part of the Death Jetta, and you have to figure out what the hell it is and what it came off of. So... what do you think? That's pretty cool, right?
I guess.
Like I listen to Tell 'Em Steve Dave religiously, and Brian Quinn from Impractical Jokers is always talking about his Jeep. Like if they had a contest and he sent me a piece of his Jeep, I'd be like, "Oh, this is awesome," because he talks about his Jeep a lot. So that's what I'm thinking. So there you go. First 20 people, you get a piece of the Death Jetta sent right to your house. It's gonna be a small piece because it's expensive to ship stuff. But it'll be a piece, regardless. And one day we're going to sell it. We're going to have millions of listeners, and I'm just going to auction off the Death Jetta. And we'll do something cool with it. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that be awesome if we could, like, auction it off and it sells to like some crazy stalker fan for like $1 million, and we can just go around and buy a bunch of people that have bad cars, new cars. Wouldn't that be cool?
I was just saying we can buy a bunch of people. I was like, I don't think that's legal. You said we could buy a bunch of people.
Patreon.com/the Bob and Katie Show just dropped from 8 to 4 patrons. I'm like, oh God, we got to take our money back. They're trying to buy people.
Well, I told you, I think I talked about it last time. Like, I asked Riley the other day what he wants for his birthday because their birthday's coming up. And he said a boy.
Yeah, I want a boy.
And I said, baby, I don't think that's legal anymore. I can't. And then.
You can't make jokes like that in the world we're living in today. Holy crap.
We're not going to give our son a slave for his birthday, okay? We told him.
Whoa, don't say stuff like that. What are you thinking? You haven't had anything to drink. You are saying this stuff stone cold sober. Oh my goodness, Katie.
Oh, I'm delirious. I've come to the realization that in my old age, I just make the most inappropriate jokes.
Is it coming with age, or is it just that you've been around me so much?
Well, and I think children has a lot to do with it. Not that I make inappropriate jokes around children or in front of children. But no, I have 3 kids now, and so my standards in life are significantly lower, and I'm crazy. So there's that.
I get it. What are you going to do? You get a little crazy with your old age. And your husband, he's a delight to live with. So I imagine that doesn't help things.
I wasn't even going to go there. That's a story for another day.
It's a story for every time we record. Okay, just real fast. I'm very excited about this. We are featuring another song this week from a band called Fitness. What did you just do? Stop playing with things under the table. I'm trying to be respectful and like help these guys out. You are in
no way being Oh, okay, maybe of them.
Yeah, because like for anybody who doesn't know, this is how the music stuff works. I find a song or a group that I like, and I reach out to them and go, "Hey, I like your stuff, and I would like to share it." I don't ask for money. I don't pay for the stuff. Like, it's simply a, hey, if you're interested, I would like to do my part to further whatever it is that you're doing. I'm not going to say it's support so much as it's just, hey, I like this song. Somebody else listen to it. You know what I mean?
Kind of like when you go to a restaurant and you're like, they got good food, and you go and tell somebody about it.
Yeah. Food was delicious. Or if you don't like it, you just don't go back, Dan, and you don't say anything else.
When you hear a really good podcast and you're like, those guys are awesome, you tell somebody about it.
So, actually how I heard about this band Fitness is, I do the notes and whatnot for Mike, and he had them on their show this week. So, I had to look them up and type everything in, and like I listened to the music. It's actually really, really good. And it turns out, the singer of Fitness was also the singer and bass player for that band E6 that got super, super big in 9 years ago? They had that song.
Babe.
Was it longer than that? Everybody in the world has heard that song. Sing it.
I was in high school.
Were you? It was that long ago?
I graduated from high school.
I mean, that was just a couple of days ago, right?
16 years ago.
You graduated 16 years ago?
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you old lady. Sing the song.
I don't remember
just the one part. You know the one part. Everybody in the world knows the one part.
It's something about heart in a blender. I don't know.
Do you think they hate that? Like, you think he hates that? It's like, that's what we're known for or anything. You know what I mean?
The heart in the blender song?
Yeah, the heart in the blender song. It's Inside Out. Anyways, that song's super catchy, but I really, really like these songs, from Fitness. We're going to play it at the end. Check it out. Give it a chance. They just put a video up, so you can go to their Facebook page, their website. Like, you can go check it out. Now, here's the thing that I found out. If you just type in Fitness in Google, you never find this band.
I bet.
Like, 'cause that's one thing that I have to do is when Mike does these shows, I have to, research the people and put the stuff together. It appeared to be a little difficult at first, but then I realized what they did and I was like, this is really, really clever. Their website, good Lord, their website address is fitnesswastaken.com.
Oh my gosh.
Everything they have is that way. So if you want to look them up on Twitter, Fitness Was Taken, @Fitness Was Taken. Instagram, @Fitness Was Taken. And Facebook, Fitness Was Taken. So it's really clever. Like, it's funny and I dig it. And what else I like about these guys is like, I think he's been to that point already where it's like, hey, I got uber famous, that he's just doing what he wants to do and he doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like he did, like it's just awesome. But, anyways, that's going to be at the end of the show. Go check him out. Bob approved. I should make like a noise, right? Like dun dun dun, something like that. You're making this very awkward for me. Like I need you to have the conversation with me. What do you want to do next?
I don't know.
The eclipse happened since the last time we talked.
Yeah, it sure did.
We're not gonna talk a lot about it because I'm sure that everybody's covered it, but
days.
Yeah. I just want to give the Bob perspective real fast, if you don't mind. And then you can also, tell me what happened that day because we weren't together. I didn't care. Is that weird?
A little bit.
Like I was like, I thought the prospect of it being dark outside in the middle of the day, I was like, that's kind of cool. Like, I would like to see that, like to walk outside at 3:00 and it be dark. But like the thought would never cross my mind to go, look at the sun. Like, even if there is an eclipse, like I just wasn't interested. But what was blowing my mind was like everywhere in the world was sold out of those eclipse glasses. Like people were going crazy. Like everybody was super excited. And then, like, I started to feel weird because I was like,
it wasn't a lifetime thing.
I mean, it's just going to get dark it gets dark every night. Every night it gets dark. Every one of them. All the nights. Unless you live in weird parts of the world. All the nights get dark. So, I mean, like, I don't know. This is the way I was thinking about it. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't invested. I didn't really care.
Yeah, you're the weird one here.
But it turned out to be amazing for me. And I didn't tell you this. So, it was supposed to happen at, like, 1:47 or 2:47. I don't remember exactly what the time was. Yeah. People I work with, they were very excited. They were like, let's go outside and let's look. And we went outside. I didn't have any of the glasses because I didn't care. I didn't plan on looking at it. I wasn't like that rapper dude on TV who's like, I'm going to look at it. I don't care. You heard about that? Yeah, he hurt his eyes. But I went out there with him.
Oh my gosh.
It was cloudy and you couldn't see the sun.
Yeah, that's how it was here at our house. I obviously didn't have any of the glasses either. And yeah, it was so cloudy. You couldn't see anything. All you could tell whenever it happened is, it got darker outside. And it was cool. It got dark enough where like the street lights came on and I have like the little solar lights out by the sidewalk. Those came on and I took the kids outside whenever it happened and, they're almost 3. And I'm trying to explain to them because I'm like, look guys, look how dark it is outside in the middle of the day. That's pretty cool, huh? And they're like, yeah, it's getting dark. And I'm telling them, I was like, the moon is blocking the sun for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And they didn't care. No. It had been raining. It was a cloudy, rainy day. And we have rain gutters, and there's one that comes off by the front porch, and they were playing in the rain gutter. And I'm trying to tell them about this once-in-a-lifetime solar eclipse that's happening right now, and they're just like, rain! Look at the water, Mommy!
That's my children. That is my children. Now, when this happens...
See, whenever important stuff like this happens, or, big things like this, I want to make sure our children... know what's going on, even though I understand they're little and they're not going to remember. But years from now, I can tell them, hey, you guys actually got to see a solar eclipse whenever you were little. And like...
Yeah, but isn't this story so much better?
I made our children watch like the presidential inauguration.
Yeah. We're not talking anymore about that, though. We're not talking about presidents.
No, I'm just saying like big stuff like this, memorable history-making things... Mm-hmm. I just try to make the kids aware because I figure something will soak in along the way. And whenever they're older, in the history books, it's going to talk about Donald Trump getting inaugurated. And I'm going to be like, you know what? You saw that.
You say his name one more time, I cut everything off. You get so mad so fast. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I don't think you have any room to be talking about anybody being mad after your 29-minute rant earlier, okay?
Fair enough. It's not going to be 29 minutes for the listeners. There's a lot of that stuff. Like, there's a lot of dead air in there. So it's probably going to be like 26 minutes tops. 26 minutes tops.
So you're 26 minutes of angry ranting and I can't talk about my children watching the inauguration?
No, you can't. I just don't want to talk about... I'm so sick of hearing about the president. Like, for it or against it, I could...
I wasn't trying to talk about the president. Oh, my gosh.
I know. I hate that you even said his name on our show. I mean, like...
Ugh, stop being a crybaby. Move on.
Okay, fair enough. You're right. All right, go ahead.
I'm done.
Okay. So back to my story. You interrupted me with all your presidential talk.
I was not talking about the president. I was talking about my children.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, jeez.
I want to tell you what happened, and I want you to tell me if I'm a bad person. I looked around at the people I work with, and like you could just see it on their faces that they were crushed. And I was like, this is funny. You know what I mean?
Yes, you are a horrible person. You are. You really are. I think you're dead inside.
They have, I think what they're called boat slips or docks or something. I'm not a boat person. Like all around Myrtle Beach, the inlet, like where you can rent. Mm-hmm. All the hotels were rented out. All the boat docks were rented out. There were so many people, Katie. They were calling our store and just go, do you guys have solar glasses? And we didn't. It was sold out. It was like hundreds of times, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, like every phone call. People were coming in. You have solar glasses? It was wild, all the money that was spent. Like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars just in that area. And when it happened, there was a cloud. It made me giggle inside. I just, it was funny to me. And by the look in your face and the lack of words that are coming out of your mouth.
You're so mean.
I mean,
you're like, I find joy in it that the people miss this once in a lifetime opportunity to see a solar eclipse. What is wrong with you?
That is not why I found it funny. I didn't find it funny because they didn't get to see the eclipse. I found it funny that like there was such a huge deal and then it just went poof. You know what I mean? It was kind of like lighting the world's biggest firecracker and the fuse goes inside and just a puff of smoke comes out. Like that's what I, kind of imagine it as. Okay, fine. I'm a bad person. Let's move on to another subject. I thought you would have laughed too. So you think it was funny?
Well, I mean, I'm the one who texted you that morning and was like, these people spent all this money on these glasses and it's cloudy outside. You can't see a darn thing.
Nothing.
But I didn't find joy in it.
Maybe joy's a strong word. I just thought it was humorous that it happened that way. We have another voicemail from Morgan.
Is it another fun fact?
I haven't read it or listened to it or anything this time.
Okay.
So it might not be fun. It might not be good. It might be horrible. I didn't screen it. So I don't know what's about to happen.
Oh my gosh.
Is everybody gripped? Everybody's on the edge of their seats? Everybody's ready for Morgan's amazing fact? I don't know what it is. It could be the most amazing thing ever. Or both of us might just go, and have to shut it down. But we're about to find out. All of us together right now. Morgan's fact.
Hey guys, it's Morgan again, calling in. I believe we are on fun fact number 3. So many to choose from, but I thought this was kind of cool at the same time. So here goes. At Dublin's Trinity College, students can demand a glass of wine at any time during an exam, provided they are wearing their sword. I think I want to go there. Later, guys.
Okay, so Dublin Trinity College. Do you know where that's at? Is it in Dublin?
I would assume so.
Okay, so if they're taking an exam and they get a little stressed out, they can be like, I need some wine.
And they have to have
a weapon on them?
They have to have their sword on them.
So it's like, hey, you only get to drink if you have a weapon. People that don't have weapons, you have to stay sober.
Kind of seems counterproductive.
So when you go to Dublin...
Only the people with weapons can have alcohol.
Yeah. And are they children? No, it's at a college. It's a college. Okay. Okay, so
Man,
Dublin...
who knows? They might be very intelligent and skipped a few grades.
Dublin Trinity College. So when you walk into that when you walk into that college, I'm here to buy some education, please.
I have my sword.
Yes.
I demand wine.
I need a drink.
Fetch my wine, you wench.
I don't think they call them wenches over there, but whatever. Oh, all right. It came out of your mouth, not mine. You're the female, so I guess it's okay. You can make those jokes. So the kids are just walking around. I mean, I say kids. Have you noticed that? Like,
college age.
Not to refer to you as an old lady. That's not what I'm getting at. So don't take it personal right now. But have you noticed like people in college, 18, 19, 20-year-olds?
They're children to me, yes.
Oh, isn't that weird?
Yes, I'm an old person.
That's weird, right? It's crazy. Like I remember being 18 and 19 and going, I'm an adult. And now
I'm grown.
like I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, you're children. You are children. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. If you listen to our show and you're only 18 or 19 and you get offended and you're like, oh, I am an adult. You are legally. But maybe you'll remember this in about 10 years and you're going to go, holy crap, he was right. Because I'm right where you're at, man. I thought I knew everything and I don't know anything. I didn't know anything. I know a lot more now. But, yeah, so Dublin Trinity College. If I ever go back to school, I think that's where I'm going to go.
You're not going to school in Dublin.
You don't know my life. You don't know what dreams and aspirations I have. Maybe I'll have enough money one day from patreon.com/the Bob and Katie Show that I can move us out to Dublin and go to school and we can podcast and learn things and it'll be amazing.
Mm.
At least I'm not trying to take you to Alaska.
You have tried to take me to Alaska.
At least I'm not trying to take you to Alaska anymore. Come on, you can't say that wouldn't be amazing.
I would love to visit Alaska.
For like 2 or 3 years?
No, I don't want to live there.
I'm not saying permanently, just like a couple years. Just to like be there, the great white north. I mean, like, it's crazy. It's cold. Like beards are like a thing. Like, hey, like you really got to have a beard here. Like if you can grow facial hair, you should. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I can't, so.
But I have enough beard for both of us. We can share my beard.
I have a lot of hair. Like a lot.
You do. I was watching the kids play the other day. You moved your head and you looked at that girl from The Ring. Like you were going to come through somebody's TVs.
I have so much hair. Like my hair is stupid thick and right now it's really long.
We're going to get your hair cut.
I need a haircut. I think I'd be a happier person. I'd probably lose like 10 pounds.
Where could we go to get your hair cut? Oh, I know. The Brooklyn Salon. You hear that, Aaron? We're coming to see you, darling.
We need to take Riley to get his haircut.
You're going to get that. You're going to get 2 of them in one day, Aaron. I need you to cut Katie's hair and Riley's. Are you going to get colored and stuff? Is this fixing to cost me $100?
No, I just need to cut it.
Okay, because women, good Lord, y'all go into a hair salon and it ain't the same thing when guys go in there.
No.
They're like, bzz, 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 $15, get on out. And like women sit down and 5 hours later, you've done spent a paycheck. They're like, oh my God, what happened? But don't my roots look good? I don't know what they looked like before. What are you talking about?
It's hard work being this beautiful.
You know what we need to watch?
That's what you're supposed to say. You are beautiful.
You are beautiful. But you know what we need to watch?
You can't do it now when I'm prompting you. That doesn't count.
You're so beautiful.
Shut up.
I love you.
No, you don't.
I do most of the time. I love you all the time, but sometimes I'm like, God, why'd she do this to me? But I'd imagine you probably do that a lot more than I do. Because I think you're like, everybody sees my temper, but I'm like, she's mad more than I am. But you have that switch. I don't have that switch. Like, we could be in a throwdown argument, which we don't do. Like, I think we haven't even had an argument in this new house yet, like a bad one. But like, we literally could be in one of those arguments where like, you're screaming, I'm screaming, you've thrown like a glass at me, it's hit the wall, exploded, like there's blood everywhere.
That literally never happened.
I'm just saying, like, we could be in that and the phone would ring and you would go, hello? Like that switch.
It's a woman thing.
Because like, if I answer the phone, I'm like, what? And the person was like, oh, wrong number. And they hang up. Like, I just don't have that switch that you have.
It's one of those special woman powers.
And then like, it confuses me because it's happened before that we've been in like we'll call it a spirited debate. And then you hang it up. I'm like, are you okay now? And you're like, no, I'm not okay. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't understand it.
I wasn't mad at them. I'm mad at you.
Yeah. Not me. When I get mad, I'm mad at everybody. All of them. All the peoples. So, but you can't stay mad at all the peoples all the time. So.
Unless you're Bob.
Yeah, unless you're Bob. All right, guys, stick around for the fitness or just fitness. You can find all those places I said. Fitness was already taken. .com, Facebook, Twitter. But anyways, here is their brand new song, I Don't Feel Anything. Find your laugh.
Find your happy.
The find your laugh, find your happy wasn't part of their song. That was just our thing. Y'all know what it is.